turn. It's my turn to be happy. Going to learn, going to play. Welcome to our party.
Leaves are falling.
Oh, hello. Nice to see you. It's clear that autumn is here. The leaves are changing colors. There are more rainy days, and it's getting colder. Oh, I'm cold. Are you cold? Okay, well, let's warm up and start class. Unit 2, Lesson 4. Leaves are falling. Enjoy it.
Well, we have soccer or football, which is very popular here in Chile. Next, we have American football, which is very popular in my country, the USA. And riding bikes, running, and bowling. Jose, do you like soccer?
Yes, I do like soccer. Do you like soccer, Tom?
Yes, I do. I like it too.
Good morning, children. Who brought me this apple?
I did, Mr. Campos. Apples are my favorite. I hope you like them too.
I do. I like apples very much. Thank you, Angelica. Sophia, what is your favorite fruit? Do you like oranges, bananas, grapes, kiwis, strawberries, plums, or peaches?
I like grapes. Grapes are my favorite.
Ahora digámoslo juntos. What is your favorite fruit? Una vez más. What is your favorite fruit? Una vez más. What is your favorite fruit? Ahora digámoslo juntos.
Grapes are my favorite.
Una vez más.
Grapes are my favorite.
Una vez más.
Grapes are my favorite.
Today, we are going to talk about how often you do certain activities. How often means con qué frecuencia.
How often? ¿Con qué frecuencia? For example, Tom, how often do you eat oranges?
Oh, I love oranges. I always eat oranges. I eat them every day.
Very good. You always eat oranges. If you do an activity all the time or every day, you always do it. But Tom, how often do you eat onions?
Ugh, I hate onions. I never eat onions.
Okay, so Tom never eats onions. He does not eat them.
But Mr. Campos, I eat onions a veces. How do you say a veces?
That's a good question, Sophia. You do the activity sometimes.
So sometimes it's like a veces.
That's right, Sophia. I sometimes eat apples.
Oh, I love autumn! All the leaves are different colors. They're so beautiful. Do you want to learn a rhyme about the autumn leaves, Anita? Oh, a rhyme! Claro que sí! Of course, Mary. Teach me, please. Leaves are falling to the ground. Look at all the colors, red, yellow, brown. Listen to the rain falling on the leaves. Come and play with me. 1, 2, 3.
If you never do an activity, walk to the left. If you sometimes do an activity, walk to the center. And if you always do an activity, walk to the right. Never left. Sometimes center. Always right. Okay, let's begin. How often do you play football? Tom and Angelica, how often do you play football?
We sometimes play football, sir.
Good. And Sophia, how often do you play football?
I always play football.
And Jose, I thought you liked football. How often do you play?
Never.
Okay, next question. How often do you ride bikes? But Jose, you love to ride your bike. You ride every day.
No, ya no. Ahora no puedo andar más en bicicleta.
Oh, I see. You're upset because autumn has started and the weather is changing.
Sí, yes, autumn. Odio el otoño, es muy fome. Y para más remate, después viene el invierno. I can't do anything.
I don't think that's true, Jose. Let's try to think of some other ways to have fun when the weather gets colder in the autumn and winter.
Let's try it together. I will say the rhyme and repeat after me. Leaves are falling. To the ground. Look at all the colors. Red, yellow, brown. Listen to the rain falling on the leaves. Come and play with me. 1, 2, 3. That was great!
Dime, Jose.
Mr. Campos, I don't like autumn and winter. I can't ride my bike or play football because it rains a lot.
But there are lots of fun activities that Jose could do indoors. We just need to be creative.
Tom's right. We should make a list of all the activities we can do when the weather changes for autumn and winter.
That's a fantastic idea, kids. Do you want to write the list on the board, Angelica?
Sure.
We could play cards.
We could listen to music or watch television.
We could do puzzles. I love puzzles.
You could draw or paint a picture. Or we could write a story. That's very creative.
Those are all good suggestions, children. Now I'd like to know how often you do all of these fun indoor activities. We are going to work in partners. Jose and Tom, please work together. And Angelica and Sophia, you are partners. Okay, Angelica, please ask Sophia how often she does any of the activities on our list. Then, Tom, it's your turn to ask Jose.
Sophia, how often do you write stories?
I always write stories.
Jose, how often do you play cards?
I sometimes play cards.
How often do you paint pictures?
I never paint pictures. I'm not an artist.
Now it's your turn to practice. Ahora digámoslo juntos.
Sophia, how often do you write stories?
Una vez más.
Sophia, how often do you write stories?
Una vez más.
Sophia, how often do you write stories?
Ahora digámoslo juntos.
I always write stories.
Una vez más.
I always write stories.
Una vez más.
I always write stories. How often ¿Con qué frecuencia? For example, Tom, how often do you eat oranges?
Oh, I love oranges. I always eat oranges. I eat them every day.
Very good. You always eat oranges. If you do an activity all the time or every day, you always do it. But Tom, how often do you eat onions?
Oh, I hate onions. I never eat onions.
Okay, so Tom never eats onions. He does not eat them.
But Mr. Campos, I eat onions a veces. How do you say a veces?
That's a good question, Sophia. You do the activity sometimes.
So sometimes it's like a veces.
Leaves are falling to the ground. Look at all the colors, red, yellow, brown. Listen to the rain falling on the leaves. Come and play with me. 1, 2, 3.
English, English, it's my turn. It's my turn to be happy. Going to learn, going to play. Welcome to our party. Mr. Campos, Tom and Jose, how are you today? Annie, Mary, Jim and Raoul, look, listen and learn. English, English, it's my turn. It's my turn to be happy. It's my turn to be happy.